I'm Frederick M. Stevens. I got a one-way ticket to New York City Reserve. I spoke to you about it Thursday night. I was told at 7:30 this morning that the train left Buffalo on time. I checked up all the stations as far as Rochester, and I find out that you're a half a minute late. Behind time.
Hey, do you live at this window?
Well, I'm going to New York City.
Why don't you make arrangements for a special train?
Oh, well, I am. That's the way I'm coming back to Schenectady. My special train.
Buffalo, please.
Paper?
No, thank you. I don't think so.
Well, maybe you might want to read.
No, thank you.
We're due in New York at 10:03.
Yes, I know.
I'm going there to live. I just got on to Schenectady.
Really?
I worked there. At least I did work in Schenectady. The Gibson Electric Company, their plant in Schenectady.
Oh, you know a girl from Schenectady?
No.
Grace Crowell.
Well, I knew Mildred Crowell, but her name wasn't Grace.
No, this is Grace.
Well, now, Mildred Crowell's brother was a great billiards player. He was three cushions. Eddie was his name.
Oh, that's funny.
What?
That's my name, too, Eddie.
No.
Of course, that's only my nickname. My real name is Edna. Edna Baker.
Well, my name's Fred. Frederick M. Stevens.
What's yours for?
Martin?
Well, I'd like a man to have a middle name. Girls don't usually have them. I'm just plain Edna.
Well, I wouldn't say Slade.
You know how to make pretty speeches.
I guess you're used to hearing them too, ain't you?
Well, there's another one. I'm not so used to them that I don't like them. Especially from people whom I think they're sincere.
Oh, I wouldn't say anything unless I really meant it.
I don't think you left the smoking here. But don't let me keep you if you really want to go to this smoking car.
Oh, I'm not a Confederate smoker. But say, maybe it'd be a good idea if we could both go on the platform and then I could smoke.
All right.
But it's comfortable in here. You know, this is the first time I've ever lived in a parlor car.
My brother always uses on these ideas. He says the men are riding the day from you for the time to make up for themselves. I guess the brother always been consistent to them.
I think a man ought to stick up for his sister. Or any woman. Where would a man be if it wasn't for their mothers, sisters, and wives?
Some men haven't got wives.
Well, I haven't got it yet. I have been lucky enough to meet a girl who became a pal as well as a sweetheart. I want a wife like Mother used.
I love to have a man love their mother.
She had my name here. I know she's sure you might have thought of my song.
Is that what you are? Songwriter?
It's the words part. The lyrics, they're called. The music's supposed to be written on this Paul Sears. You know him.
Well, I think so.
He's the man that wrote Paparisa. Remember Paparisa? Paparisa, Paparisa, spice of my life.
I remember the tune, but I never knew all the words before.
Well, I got a letter to Mr. Pierce and Benny Davis, another composer. He was playing a vaudeville at Schenectady. And he gave me this letter after only hearing one of my ideas. Just read it.
Oh, I don't like to be letter from a man I don't know.
Oh, that's all right. Hundreds of people have read this letter. Go on, read it out loud.
Dear Paul, the bearer of this has written lyrics the like of which you never heard before. George Dennis.
You know something? I've written almost 200 songs, the words part, of course, since I got this.
Oh, that must be wonderful being a songwriter.
Oh, they're wonderful people. Well, you can tell the kind of song they write how good they are. Because they think all in all of their mothers, and they never forget the place where they are born or where they spent the happy days of their childhood.
That's very poetic.
Oh, pardon me. Will you care for cigarettes and bacon?
No, thank you. I hardly ever touch them.
I like a girl to lay off of them entirely.
I never touch them.
to get married and have babies and not work. I know that the woman I marry won't have to endure a life of drudgery.
Oh, Mr. Stevens, if only all men felt like that.
Well, not any real man will. Same as a real man oughtn't to marry just anybody. You know, I don't believe in a fella taking up with the first pretty face.
That's the way I feel about making acquaintances with men, too. You take a Dr. Wynne to dentist where I work. Why, the doctor himself was fresh the first day I met him. I don't suppose I used a method or something. And I told him, I said, Doctor, I guess I don't care to work you after all. But he just laughed and said, forget it. And from that day to this, he never made any advances, except once or twice.
Well, you know something? I ain't got no use for a man that don't respect woman's good.
Well, that's just like a boy.
Say, you know, I've never been to New York, and of course I don't know anybody there.
My friends say it's just as if I was a born New Yorker. But of course, I've been there nearly 2 years.
Well, I'd sure like to have somebody show me the sights.
Well, all right. Let's see, now we've seen the Bronx Zoo, and Grant's Tomb, and the Metropolitan Museum of Art.
Yeah, and that's the Museum of Natural History. Scratch that roll.
Uh-huh. And now we'll see the aquarium, and after that, the Statue of Liberty.
Say, don't you think we've had enough for the day? My feet kind of hurt me.
Oh, why, nobody ever comes to New York without seeing the aquarium. Come on.
I shouldn't have all them peanuts up there to do. You'd be all right to eat the peanuts, but I shouldn't have drank all that soda pop. You know, I could write a song about fish. Like, oh, see them float, just like a boat.
That's wonderful.
No, I don't think I'll waste my art on fishes.
Oh, aren't they cute?
What does that mean?
Well, I guess it means, well, it doesn't mean they're two totally different kinds of fish.
Well, they look identical to me.
Well, they're the same kind, only one's one and the other's the other.
Huh?
They're married fish.
Oh, they're married fish. One's a boy and the other's a girl. Oh. Hey, but they look happy. Well, why shouldn't they be? This hangs their home and they're both in it. Gee, I sure hope they keep being happy. And I guess they will if they're like people that wait for the right one to come along, each other.
Well, we better hurry, or we'll miss the boat for the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, don't worry about that boat, because I'm a first-class swimmer. Only I can't dive. Ooh, can you imagine it started snowing?
Oh, I guess it's too late to go to the Statue of Liberty. Look, here's the moon.
June moon.
What?
June moon.
But it's the middle of February.
Yeah, but moon and June go together. You know, it's a rhyme. It's just an idea for a song. I'm always thinking of ideas for songs, even on Sunday. And there's other words to go with it, like croon, a spoon, and marry soon.
And, macaroon?
Yep, that's right. Yeah, I wish I had some. I feel kind of hungry.
I do too, kind of. You know, someday when that song is published and people are singing it everywhere, I'll say to my friends, I knew the man that wrote that song. We'd just come out of the aquarium. And he saw the moon, and he thought of that song. And then he got famous and never saw poor little me again.
Yeah, but you won't be telling the truth about the last part.
Well, you say that now, but you'll forget all about me.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. When that song's published, I'll have put on the cover words by Fred M. Stevens, dictated with sincerest respect for Miss Edna Baker.
Oh, that's my name.
And then I'll have to write a song called I Wonder Where You Are, because it'll be you that's forgetting me.
Imagine me forgetting you. Well, you're going to be famous.
Well, I guess you're right at that. But say, I hope you won't forget this wonderful evening we've had together.
I never will.
Oh, say, to make sure, I want to give you this little momentum.
Oh, it's beautiful. You know, it isn't everyone that can come in second.
The June moon.
And spoon.
And spoon.
What do you know about that? Myra Vale's engaged to an automobile man.
Probably drives a truck.
Well, if he does, at least he'll have something to go places in.
You wait till I finish this Montana Moon number. You'll go places, too. And it won't be in the truck.
No, it'll be in a hearse. Try the other finger. You may find something.
I've got it. Listen, you know where I had it as a rose in June? Well, I'm changing it to as roses in June. Listen, here's the old way. As a rose in June, and I'm changing it to as roses in June. All the difference in the world.
Sounds the same to me.
My way gives me a triplet and makes it twice as effective. Listen.
Wait. Don't answer.
Why not?
There's a fellow who called me up the office ever since 8 o'clock this morning, and I think maybe this is him. Probably a collector from the piano company.
Are you crazy? It's probably Hart. Hello? Yeah, he's here. Sure, I'll let you talk to him. It's for you.
Hello. Yes, this is him. Oh, you're a lyric writer. Well, come right on up, Mr. Stevens. I'll be glad to see you. What? Oh, 262 Central Park West. Yes, I'll be right here waiting for you. Goodbye. So, lyric writers don't look me up, eh? Well, here's one good old Benny Davis discovered. And who does he send him to get the right music? Nobody else but me. That's who.
Why did he call up?
He didn't know the address.
Where'd he get our phone number?
Looked it up in the telephone book.
And then called up for the address?
Yeah.
I want to meet him.
I hope this fellow's got a fresh plan.
What does he do, write about counties instead of states?
Maybe I'll team up with him. After I hear his stuff. I'll use my judgment.
Your what?
That's the sort of encouragement I get around here day in and day out. And I'm supposed to turn out hits like Berlin or George Gershwin.
Words aren't your writing. Besides, the idea for this is bad. You shouldn't put a state and a moon both in the one song.
It's too red.
I gotta be going. Gotta rewrite an old opera of Beethoven's that Hart just handed me.
Hart just handed you?
Yes.
Was he at the office?
Yeah, sure.
What time?
Oh, about an hour ago. Did I say something dirty?
Mr. Stevens?
Yes, sir.
Well, come right in. I'm very glad to meet you.
Are you Mr. Sears?
The same.
Well, gee, I'm certainly glad to meet you.
And are you? How's our old friend Benny Davis?
Well, he's not exactly what you'd call a friend of mine. You see, I only met him once. But after he heard one of my lyrics, well, he gave me that letter of introduction to you. And shook hands. Goodbye.
This is Mr. Schwartz. Shake hands with Mr. Stevens.
Why, how do you do? Glad to meet you, Mr. Schwartz. Maxie Schwartz. It's an old Greek name. Well, I come from Schenectady. Well, say, I've been trying to get you on the phone since 8 o'clock this morning.
This is my wife. Dear, this is Mr. Stevens.
How are you?
Oh, I'm very well.
And you're a songwriter.
Well, just the words part.
Well, that's all Paul needs. That and the music.
Well, you know, I'm quite admired Mr. Sears. In fact, I've admired him ever since he wrote Paprika.
You've got a good memory.
Sit right down here, Mr. Stevens.
Thank you. Oh, maybe I'd better stand up if I'm going to recite.
You're going to what?
Well, you want to hear one of my lyrics, don't you?
Haven't you got them written down?
Oh, yes, but it's better if I do them because there's more meaning to the words than if you read them. Well, the funny thing, I got the idea of this number at a football game between our high school and the high school boys from Lake Geneva. And we were beaten and the boys felt pretty badly about it. So I called this number Life is a Game. Life is a game, and we are but the players.
Maybe if Maxie played a few chords, it would sound better.
Well, fine. I'll see if I know any. Life is a game, and we are but the players. Playing the best we know how. If you're beat, don't let it wrangle. Why, no one can win all the time. Now, sometimes the odds seem dead against you. But what has to be, has to be. But smile just the same, because life's but a game. And God is a fine referee. Oh, well, of course I haven't got a verse for this yet.
You won't need one. It's a novelty as it stands.
Gee, but I'm glad you like it. And say, I've got some other fine ideas. I have an idea with, say, the immigrants, you know, that come from across the seas to this land of liberty. Now, you take the Jews. Did you know that in New York City there are nearly 2 million Jews alone?
What do you mean, alone?
Well, I have an idea that I was going to
Yeah,
try
but
to
I
work
gotta
out.
be going.
Well, gee, I'm awful glad I met you, Mr. Swartz. I guess I'll be seeing a lot of you, being as I'm a songwriter now.
Say, anything can happen to an arranger.
Gee, I sure hope you arrange one of my numbers, Mr. Swartz.
I probably will. By the way, what'd you do up in Schenectady?
Oh, I work for the Eastern Electric Company. Of course, we call it the EE up there.
They pay you any money?
Well, I paid $1,200 to come to New York on. Of course, that's no money the way you songwriters talk about
Who
money.
said so?
Well, goodbye, Nancy. Don't let them hand you any false notes.
I get it. Looks like there's going to be a run on the banks of the Wabash. Good night.
Paul forgot to introduce us. I'm Eileen Fletcher, Mrs. Sears' sister.
Well, my name's Stevens. Mighty pleased to meet you, Miss Fletcher.
I think it was wonderful of you to save $1,200, Mr. Stevens. Don't you, Lucille? I didn't think it was possible. Keep your thumb still, dear. You know, I don't think we're being very hospitable to Mr. Stevens. We ought to take him out and show him New York.
Oh, but I've seen New York.
Really?
Oh, yes, we went to the Bronx Zoo and to the Grant Tomb, and we were going to the Statue of Liberty when it was too late when we came out. And, oh, yeah, we went to the aquarium. Have you ever been to the aquarium, Mr. Sears?
I've been waiting for someone to go with.
Well, say, I'd be mighty pleased to take you.
But that's not the New York for a coming songwriter like you to see. I mean places where there are lights and music and dancing. Harlem and the nightclub.
Nightclub? Well, gee, say, that would be wonderful, but, you know, I've never been in a nightclub in my whole life.
Well, let's get ready then. Come on.
Oh, wait a minute. Gee, I can't go tonight because I have a previous engagement.
But, Mr. Stevens, you can put that off. And if you're going to work with Paul and be a writer of song hits, going places and hearing the latest numbers is really part of your business.
That's funny. Well, I just happen to remember that I haven't much money with me tonight. But if you don't mind being the banker, let me settle with you some other time. Why,
Well, will they take traveler's checks?
why, I think I can get them too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, say, I better telephone and cancel my appointment.
Right up there.
Thank you.
You better leave if we're going to get a good table.
Yeah, but I didn't get my number yet.
Well, you can solve in some other place later. Where would we go first? The Orchid? Tell you where I haven't been in a long time. The St. Regis Roof.
Where?
The St. Regis Roof.
Oh, I get dizzy if I climb a ladder. Say, listen, tell me, are there a lot of places like this?
Sure, tomorrow night we're going to take you to Harlem.
Ooh, I'm having a good time. I wonder if anybody around here thinks I'm under the affluence of liquor.
No, you're perfectly sober.
Say, I can't write music to his lyrics. They don't make sense.
They ought to fit your tune perfectly.
Well, I'm going to send him back to Akst, wherever he comes from.
You're going to do nothing of the kind. Not while there's $1,200 for me and Eileen to have some fun out of.
Oh, listen, I gotta make a phone call.
Now?
Now.
You can't. It's 3:30.
Well, then I'll just have to barricade about it until tomorrow.
What do you want?
Oh, my name's Fred M. Stevens. I'd like to see Miss Edna Baker.
Yes.
And could I have a glass of water, please?
Second. Well,
Oh, hello.
I don't know why I didn't speak to you. I got a good excuse, Betty.
How are you?
And you?
Oh, I'm just wonderful.
Well, I'm waiting.
For what?
Oh, perhaps we didn't have an engagement last night. Perhaps I just...
Oh, look, I tried to call you every minute, but it was getting so late.
Where were you? What happened?
Well, I was Paul Sears, and maybe we wasn't busy.
You must have worked very hard.
Yes, it was a hard night.
And successful.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Have you had your breakfast?
No.
Well, have some with me.
No, thanks, really. I couldn't eat anything.
Oh, come on. Just a little something.
Well, I might go for a glass of water.
Tell me all about last night.
Oh, there's nothing to tell about.
Where were you?
On the roof?
On the what? Roof?
Yeah, the roof of the hotel.
I see. It was a party.
Oh, no.
Just dance, that's all.
That's all.
Who was the woman?
There's no woman.
You danced all by yourself.
Of course not. Paul Sears' wife, along with us.
Oh, I see. And you didn't dance with any other woman at all?
Oh, no, not really.
No, not really. I don't know what you mean.
Well, Paul Sears' wife's sister, she's along, too.
And you danced with her, too?
Yes, but,
But she isn't a woman, I see. How old is she?
how should I know? Maybe they're the same age.
Oh, they're twins.
Oh, no.
Is she blonde?
No.
Brunette?
No. Well, maybe you could call her a blonde. Her hair's yellow. Say, you won't mind if I go out and get a little air.
Well, I'd better go, too. It's late.
Well, I just want to tell you I'm very sorry about last night, and I just want to come over and tell you about the...
Oh, I didn't mean to be cross. What do we do tonight?
Why...
Dance? Shall we?
Well, that's what I come to tell you about.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that we won't be able to go out tonight either.
Oh, you're going to work?
Well,
Up on the roof?
What's
With your sister?
Well,
The blonde?
listen, will you let me tell you something?
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Well, Edna, I'm mighty ashamed of myself.
Fred, you went that far with the sister?
Oh, no, it ain't got nothing to do with the sister.
Well, what is it then?
Well, to tell the truth, well, the reason is I'm a drunkard.
What?
Sure, look at my hand. See how it shakes just like I had the parsley.
Yes, it does look pretty bad.
Don't it, though?
It certainly does. But it's all right about this evening, Mr. Stevens. I was just going to tell you that I expect to be busy myself.
But,
But if you happen to have nothing to do some other night, why, you might call me up sometime. What's the idea?
Listen, Goldie, the song's bad enough. Why make it any worse by letting Hart sing who that chump's dedicated it to?
Trump is right. When are you going to tell him?
What, that he can't write lyrics?
No, about Eileen and Hart.
Me tell him? Say, I'm no fairy godmother. Nobody ever told me anything. If they had, I wouldn't be a piano player.
There never was a girl like Mother.
Maybe it's all for the best.
is Hart here yet?
No, yes, Mr. Goble.
Hello, Junior.
I've got to see Hart right away. Oh, I've got it this time. A great number. Say, I want to wire my father about it. Hey, listen, see how it strikes you. Hey, what are you going to do?
Wash the windows.
But we got to try a new song here. Can't you go somewhere else first?
First, I'm putting it through for the day. Besides, they're singing songs all over the building. That don't bother me.
Say, it's called Hello, Tokyo. How's that for a title?
Hey,
How much does a man get for writing songs?
Oh, I don't know. It all depends on the song.
Well, say a big hit like The Star-Spangled Banner.
Say, in the verse, I got a fella here in New York who sees a picture of a Japanese princess. Oh, and he's crazy about her. But he can't afford a trip to Japan just on a chance, so he calls her up. Get it? Hello, Tokyo. Hey, get this. Here's the refrain. After he calls her up. Hello, hello, Tokyo. Girlie, you make music, please. If I don't speak Japanese, this little call will leave me brokey-o. But I simply had to say I love you so. Believe me, dearie, it's no joke-o. I gladly fly through fire and smoke-o to share with you the marriage yoke-o. Fairest flower of Tokyo, yo. Well, what do you think?
Would sound much better in Japanese. Is Mr. Hart in yet?
Not yet.
That guy acts like he works here.
Not a bad idea for you.
Hey, one of your great songs. No thanks, I'm waiting for Mr. Hart.
You get used to waiting in this racket. I've been in this for 22 years, and nothing's happened yet.
Oh, see, I made a change to the song with the board, or I thought it was perfect. So I made a change to the refrain. You see, before we had a sweet night bird hovering above. Well, now we got it winging along. Because, see, aloft means just like above.
Only higher.
Yeah, I wish I'd known Mr. Hart was going to be late today. I could have slept later. I had to get up at 12 o'clock.
Gee, that must be tough on you after waiting for the Eastern Electric, where your hours were practically your own.
Oh, no, I had to be to work at 8 o'clock. But, say, I went to bed at 10, see, and, you know, I didn't know what life was up in Schenectady.
I suppose it's an open book to you now.
Sure. Imagine, me and Miss Fletcher, we wound up at 7:30 this morning in a bucket of blood. And she made the proprietor sell me 6 bottles of gin. And it's real gin, too. What they call pro-war. You know, gin's a form of liquor.
Seems to me I've heard about it somewhere.
Did you ever have a Bronx cocktail?
No, I don't drink. After listening to songs all day, I don't want liquor. I just go home and take a general anesthetic.
Well, I sure like the Bronx best because all it's got in is orange juice and gin. But I can't figure out why they call it a Bronx.
Well, that's great orange country up there.
Well, anyways, I sure got a bargain. 6 bottles for $60. Miss Fletcher made the proprietor sell them to me. You know, when you're with her, you just can't resist doing things.
Yeah, I know it. That's why I don't carry a gun.
Oh, she's a good sport, though. She makes a grand wife. She's such a good pal. You know, I think a man's wife ought to be their pal as well as their sweetheart.
You ought to patent that.
Say, how much do you think a man ought to be making to get married? That's in New York, I mean.
It all depends on the girl.
Well, I'll bet it is Sylvia. He makes $500,000 a year. I guess you could support a wife on that, huh?
If she was satisfied to ride a bicycle.
Well, now, supposing June Moon's a big smash, what do you think's the most we can make on it?
Well, that's hard to say. You take a song like Swanee River and it's still selling.
Yeah, well, that's because it was in a big production like the Showboat.
What's that?
Sure, and they got that girl that sings it, the one that sits on top of the piano.
You must be thinking of Clara Bow and the Strange Interlude.
Well, I don't know who it was. Oh, say, I forgot to tell you. I went to the tailor and got myself a new suit. Miss Fletcher took me.
How much?
Well, this is a blue shirt suit with a herringbone strip. And the fella, he measured me just like I was a fighter. I'm 38 across the chest and 33 in the waist. And, well, I don't know what my size are, but he's got it all wrote down.
I must get a copy.
I'm saying, if Mr. Hart likes June Moon, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get one of those even dinner coats with a tuxedo. I've been wearing with a fall gold suit, but Miss Fletcher says that I look like a junk man in it.
Well, that's a good, honest profession.
Oh, but she was only joking.
I see.
But say, you know, they've introduced me to some big people here in New York. There was Earl Carroll and Ed Wynne and Texas Guinan.
Not Texas. Say, she was pretty hard to meet, wasn't she?
Oh, no, she's one of the friendliest women I've ever seen. You know, I feel just like a big New Yorker. And when I first came here, I was an awful sap.
Oh, I can hardly believe it. But excuse me just a minute. I gotta go see a man about a shave.
Oh, Mr.
I can't see any people today.
Oh, how are you, Mr. Hart?
How are you?
Have you decided definitely about my Montana number?
Yes, definitely. I don't want it.
Oh, Mr. Hart, listen. Me and Mr. Sears wrote a new number. I wrote the lyrics and he put the music to them. It's called June Moon.
You sort of run the moon ideas, don't you?
Well, it's just an idea, Mr. Hart. We haven't got it worked out yet.
Yes, we have, Mr. Hart. We got it all finished. And you'll like it. You'll think it's great.
This fellow's name is Stevens, Fred Stevens.
Well, how do you do? I'm very glad to know you, Mr. Hart. When do you want to hear the number?
I'll hear it now.
Hey, wait a minute. We gotta find Maxie.
Oh, Maxie.
Hey,
Oh, Maxie.
Maxie.
Maxie. Maxie. Oh. See, I forgot. He went to get shaved. He will have to wait till he gets back.
Wait. Hart don't wait for anything.
Well, then listen, you play the music and I'll sing the words. Come on.
I tell you, we gotta have Maxie.
Listen, you play soft. And if you make a mistake, it'll be all right because I'll sing loud and Mr. Hart can concentrate on the words. Come on.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
You move. Too high. You move. You move. Shining above. Will my true love.
Hello? Oh, hello, Sal. Yes. Just got in.
Go ahead, I can hear.
1:30? If I'm late, you wait for me and vice versa.
Shining above. Will my true love come true? You move, I am so blue, and I know that you long for her too. Sweet night bird, winging along.
Go on, go on.
You move, shining above.
Don't
Will
start back. Go ahead.
Where will singing a soft love tune.
Sing a soft love tune, yes. I got that.
Tell her to come to me here.
Go on, go on.
Tell her to
Yes?
come to me here.
In about 15 minutes.
And her dear June.
Local calling you from San Francisco, Mr. Hart.
Put the call through in here. That's all for now. I'll hear the rest of it later. Hello?
Thank you very much, Mr. Hart.
Hello? Hello, Bill?
Hey, do you think he liked it?
Yeah, he's crazy about it.
Yes, Ed. Yes. Uh-huh. All right. Bye.
Mr. Knowlton? Yes. And he still wants to buy you that present? Yes. But you have everything you need, dear. With a husband like Paul around, what more could you want?
There's a red velvet trim with fox and Colette.
Oh, it wasn't Colette. Paul's bringing it home to you tonight.
Oh, he would if he could, I guess.
Well, he can't, and he wouldn't if he could.
I wish I had that dress.
What's to stop you?
Well, I'll ask Paul to buy it for me. First. Well, if I were you, I'd find out just where I stood. I'd show hard I didn't care.
Well, I am going to have a showdown with him today. I hope he hasn't heard about Stephen. He'll be insanely jealous.